Good morning, everybody, on what is a beautiful Wednesday morning after a really crazy night with lots of rain and wind and thunder and lightning. It was really crazy out there, but we have a beautiful day today, and what a great way to start your day than with some breathing and some stretching and just stepping away from whatever it was you were doing and just spending a couple of minutes for yourself here. So without further ado, let's get started. So we're just going to begin with just a little bit of breathing. So we want our feet about hip distance apart. We're going to stand up nice and tall, so really feeling the length from the tip of your tailbone all the way up to the top of your head. Maybe you tuck your chin in slightly to give some length to the back of the neck. Let's roll the shoulders up and then allow the shoulder blades to just melt down your back as your hands come to your sides. It's a little nice micro bend in the knees, not having them stiff. And if you're comfortable with it, go ahead and close your eyes, or you could just softly soften your gaze a bit. And we're just going to begin to bring our focus to the breath. And just noticing your own breath as you breathe in and out without trying to change it. Just noticing it, bringing your awareness to your breath, to your body, away from whatever activities you were doing or have yet to do today. And just bringing yourself into the space that you are standing in right now. And just continuing to breathe at a regular pace, noticing perhaps where your breath is landing in your belly or your chest. Just recognizing it. Allow your shoulders to relax. Let any tension between your eyes, on your forehead, just let it go. Any tension in your fingers, in your lower back, maybe in your knees. Just let all that tension flow out through your fingertips, through the bottoms of your feet. Feel the energy flow down and out. And breathe. Let's take one deep breath in, filling the belly, filling the chest, holding it at the top. Open the mouth and let it out. Nice and slow. Really empty out. And one more time, a big breath in, filling the belly, filling the chest. Open the mouth and let it out. If your eyes aren't open already, go ahead and open them. Maybe you want to flutter them a bit till they're open. And let's take another inhale as we raise our arms overhead. Exhaling, lower the arms. Inhale again, raise the arms up, holding the arms up overhead, taking the right arm into your hand into your left. Inhale as you reach up, and as you exhale, we're going to bend over to the left. Really stretching out the right side of our body, opening up the rib cage, breathing into the open space. Really filling up all that space there in the rib cage. And as you exhale, come back up to center. Let's take the left hand now into the right. And inhale as you reach up. And as you exhale, coming over to the right. Again, feeling a nice stretch in through the left side. Really opening up there. Opening up the rib cage. And again, sending your breath into that spot. We tend to always breathe to the front or the backs of our bodies, but we can also direct our breath to our sides. And with an exhale, come back to standing. Let's lower the arms. Inhale as you raise the arms up once again. And with an exhale, we're going to forward fold at the hips all the way down. Just keep on coming down. Bend the knees slightly. And your hands can come to the floor, or they can just hang gently. You might even want to take your elbows into the opposite hand. And we just want to let everything go here, including your head and neck. I feel a nice stretch all in through the back of the body. maybe even up through the spine, the lower back. We're just letting it go. And then let go of the hands if you have them clasped up. Bend your knees and walk your hands up so that they're on top of your thighs. And if you want to heel toe your feet out a little bit wider for some stability, you can go ahead and do that. We're just going to do a few cat-cows here to warm up the spine. So with an inhale, we're going to lower the belly and we're going to lift the head. And I'm going to turn sideways today as we do this. So you're lowering the belly, you're lifting the head up. Try not to scrunch the neck all the way back. It's really your heart that's coming up. And as you exhale, we're going to bring the belly button up, rounding the back. Tuck the tailbone in and bring your chin to the chest. And with an inhale, lower the belly. Bring the hips up, bring the chest forward. And exhaling, belly button comes all the way back, rounding the back, bringing the tailbone in, chin to chest. And go ahead and do a few more of those at your own pace. We're connecting the breath to the movement. We're flexing and extending our spine, really warming it up this morning. You can do this seated in a chair. You can do this seated on the floor, or you can do it standing just like we are right now. And finish off wherever you are and come to a flat back and go ahead and walk your hands down to the floor again. Bend your knees generously, pushing up through your feet. We're going to take a nice inhale, sweeping the arms up, bringing the palms together and down to heart center. Good job, everybody. So we've now done some flexion and extension of our spine. Let's do a little bit of rotation as well. So again, with your feet hip width apart, we're going to take the right hand onto the left hip. I did that backwards. Left hand onto the right hip and right hand behind. You can just sit it on the small of your back if you like. Inhale as you lengthen your spine, just as we did at the beginning. And with an exhale, rotate around to the right. Keep your knees soft. And as your head comes around, you can go ahead and look over the right shoulder, giving your neck and shoulders a little bit of a stretch there, as well as the rotation in your spine. Taking a few breaths here. And then eventually letting the head come around first and then the body. And let's do the opposite side now. So the left hand, right hand on the left hip, and then your left hand behind you. Inhaling to come nice and tall. And as you exhale, rotating around to the left, remembering to keep the knees slightly bent. We don't want to lock the knees. And then go ahead and bring your head all the way around, looking over your left shoulder. Always feeling a nice stretch, but not feeling any pain. So if you get to a point where it's starting to hurt a little bit, it shouldn't hurt. So you just go as far as your body will allow you to, your own range of motion, to feel a nice stretch. And then release the head and release the body and come around to the front. Very nice. Let's just continue on with the neck and the shoulders a little bit. So we're going to bring the chin forward, touching the chest, and then lift the head, looking up. And one more time, very gently coming down, chin to chest, and looking up. And then come to center, and we're going to, this time, take our left ear over to the left shoulder. And as you do that, you'll feel a nice stretch in through the right neck, the right shoulder. If you want to extend that stretch a little bit, you can bring your arm out, but you don't have to bring your arm out. So you judge for yourself how you're feeling in this stretch. Again, not wanting to feel any pain, just a nice stretch. And then bring the arm down, bring the head back to center. And let's do the other side now. So right ear to right shoulder. And once again, judging how you feel, if you want to get a little bit more of a stretch, you can bring that left arm out. That is an option. Just taking a few breaths here, enjoying this stretch. Again, another wonderful stretch that can be done anytime throughout the day. Bring the hand down, bring your head back to center. You just give it all a little bit of a shake. Let's do some lower body stretching this time. So again, I'm going to turn sideways And we're going to take the left leg forward and the right leg back. So we're coming into a lunge. And you want to keep, oh my goodness, I just noticed that the couch is in the way. You can't see my feet. We'll have to remember that next time. So we want to keep the heel down on the front and on the back, and the knee is bent over top of the ankle. So you have a nice little lunge here. And as we do that, let's bring the hands in front. We're going to clasp the fingers together and round the back. So we're getting a nice stretch in the lower body. We're getting a nice stretch in the upper body here. Just holding it here for a moment. And just release the arms and come up high onto the toe. And then you're going to do a pelvic tilt forward and then come down. And as you come down, you're going to feel that stretch in through the right hip flexor. So that's the front of your right leg. Really stretching that out. After sitting all day and shortening that muscle, this is a great way to lengthen it. And then come on back up. Take a slight step in with that back leg. Put the weight on the back leg and bring the front toe up. And again, you can't see my toe. And holding the toe up. So I've got my toe up towards my shin. And then go ahead and lower the foot down. Come back up on, weight onto the front leg again. And we're going to just take that back leg up into a quadricep stretch. So grabbing your ankle, your foot, your shoe if you're wearing a shoe. And we're keeping, I'm going to turn around. We're going to keep the leg close, legs close so they're not flaring out, and pushing the quad forward. So a good little balance exercise as well. And then release. And this time I'm going to face frontwards. So we're going to take the right leg this time forward and the left leg back. See a little bit more there. Usually I have my camera raised a little bit, but today I thought I'd try something different, but we'll remember for next time. So a nice bend in the front knee. Knee is over top of the ankle, not in front of it. It can be behind a little bit if it needs to be. So you want to aim for that knee over top of the ankle, pressing the back heel down. Let's take the hands now and reach behind the back, interlocking the fingers and bringing the shoulder blades together and stretching out the chest. Holding it here just for a moment. Really squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then release. Let's come up high on that back toe. And we're going to bring the hip forward. And then come down. You're going to feel the stretch again through the hip flexor, this time on the left leg. Really pushing it forward. And then come on up. We're going to take a slight step in with that back leg, putting the weight now on the back leg. Lift the toe up on the right foot. So you're getting that stretch in now through the calf on the right leg. If for balance you need to hold on, make sure you're not holding onto your knee. Your hand is on your thigh. You never want to put pressure on a joint. It gets enough pressure and work on its own. And then bring that foot down. Once again, bringing the weight forward. We're going to take that other leg now into a quadricep stretch. So holding on to that foot, bringing the legs close together, pushing the quad forward. Front of your thigh. Just holding it there for a moment. If you fall out of it, that's okay. You just come right back into it. And then release and give it a shake. Give it a shake. And we're just about out of time, so we're going to take a nice deep breath in together. And out. And let's take the right leg now, cross it over the left. And the right arm's going to come up and left arm down. So we're reaching in opposite directions. Maybe you wriggle your fingers. Maybe you rotate the wrists. We're really reaching opposite, getting a nice full body stretch here. Let's inhale together. And as you exhale, we're going to come forward with the legs still crossed all the way down, feeling that nice stretch in through the back of the legs, the body. Let the head go. And then walk your hands back up. Unwind, and let's do the other side. So left leg now goes over top of right, left arm up, right arm down. Really reaching in opposite directions, maybe wiggling the fingers or rotating the wrists. And let's take a nice inhale together. And as you exhale, walking down. And just letting it all go. Walk the hands up. Unwind. Let's take another nice deep breath in together, raising the arms overhead. And down. Again, up. And down. Thank you for joining me today for 15 minutes of stretching and breathing. I hope that it's what you were looking for today. And again, go ahead and do any of these stretches throughout the day whenever you're feeling a little tension, tightness, or just because it feels good. Have a great day. We'll see you later.